Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to your Monday night. It's me, JT, the Redneck. Got Sully the Geek hanging out right here next to me, and tonight we're going to have some fun because Avenger Pretenders. Tonight we're covering Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 5. Episode 5, we're more than halfway through. And I tell you what, holy crap, when we get going, I'll tell you the one phrase that was said by one of the three members of the Sully Show crew that will explain everything. But for right now, grab yourself something to munch on and whatever it is you want to drink. Sit back in that beanbag chair and strap yourself in because, my friends, it's going to be one hell of a ride. Sully, take it away.
Well, I don't know if I want to take it away, but I do want to say, holy shit. And I mean that in the very nicest way possible because, my God.
Right.
Holy moly. I was speechless.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Our fellow Sully Show crew member put it very, very nicely. Actually described it perfectly, I think.
Oh, yes.
And this is a quote from her page, which she posted right after she watched the episode. And it says, and I quote, "Shit is about to hit the fan."
Oh, yes.
I want to say hi to PT Salty, as well as Nikaya, who are both in the chat room.
What's up? Hopefully Salty caught up, because good God almighty.
I mean, I think that is a very apt description of where we're at right now.
Yeah. We're also at the point in time where we're more than halfway through the season.
Yep.
This is the start of the second half of the season, and in my opinion,
he's breaking out the opinion.
This episode just said fuck you to everything you know, everything you've seen before, and took a baseball bat and hit you over the head with it.
Well, there's another way to say that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot shorter.
No.
And it is, JT was right just one episode early.
True. Very true. Yeah. Yeah.
Nikaya says, I got whiplash from the roller coaster ride that was episode 5.
And this was a big roller coaster because this was a present day and flashback episode.
I was going to say, it's not just a roller coaster, it's a roller coaster time machine.
Yes. Now, the reason that I say that is because that's exactly what this was. You saw parts of the present and parts of the past.
We finally got to see Foggy.
Yeah, we saw Foggy
at a younger age,
return.
but we finally got to see him.
Yeah, we saw Foggy return, which was amazing. We finally got to see him back, and they're working as interns for Landman and Zach. Yes, Lady Death says the TVA was in action. Got to remember, currently the TVA is going after Deadpool, so or at least finishing up after dealing with Deadpool.
Well, I mean, they could very easily send one or two guys over here to mess with our world.
Oh, absolutely they could. Absolutely they could. But yeah, so basically what we're seeing is we're seeing the past of not only Matt and Foggy, but we're also seeing the past of Wilson and Vanessa. And we're also seeing the past of Buck as well, which I thought was an interesting take on things. Remember last week when I said that that Daniel Craig had mentioned that this guy would be a great James Bond?
Yes.
Yep, this episode proved it. This episode proved it. And what I thought was interesting was the way they did everything. Now, Christy will tell you that it kind of confused her a little bit because of the time jumps.
Right. Which can very easily happen.
Oh yes, absolutely. You can get mixed up and lost in the time jumps until you're blue in the face. In my opinion, I thought the transitions between the two were done very well. Like,
I liked the setups. I like the setups because you could tell that they were thinking about something in the past.
Yes.
You would get that feel just seconds before they jumped.
Absolutely. And
I like normally I don't like flashbacks because it just happens so fast and you're like, whoa, what the hell had just happened?
Right.
They actually gave you a chance to get ready for it, even if you weren't paying attention.
Yes.
Before it happened.
Yes. Now, the cool thing is, and I really love this, was they brought back what's his name? Wesley. James Wesley. If you remember James, he was from the first season.
He was the lawyer guy.
But he was also in the first 3 seasons on Netflix as well. Okay? So he died, obviously, in Daredevil Born Again. Well, actually, I think he died in... No.
Didn't he die in Echo?
Did he die in Echo? When did he die? When did he die? Hold on. I'm looking that up right now.
Well, you talk. I'll look it up.
I just don't remember when he died. I know he did die. As a matter of fact, Karen killed him. Karen Page killed him. When was this? This was this was
Season 1, episode 11.
Yep. So yes, he did die. And as Lady Death said, yes, he did die in first Daredevil. Karen killed him. Yes.
Yep.
Great fight scene, by the way. Very realistic. So
I like how he died. Got distracted by a phone call from Fisk. Karen, fearing for her life, grabbed his gun and shot him multiple times in the chest.
Yep. Oh,
Could you tell I was straining to read that?
And he went down. But it was cool that they brought him back. It was also cool that they brought Foggy back because we've got pieces to the puzzle that now intertwines Daredevil Born Again with the original Daredevil series on Netflix. So now we're kind of we're connecting all the dots. We're going full circle, okay? We see a young Matt and Foggy as interns at a law office, dreaming of owning their own practice one day, saving up the money for their own practice one day, okay? And doing what they need to do. But they're also in the process of, what was it? I think it was they were defending somebody, right? They weren't public defenders, but they were going to be defending somebody to try and get a plea deal. I forget the guy's name. It was somebody that Foggy grew up with.
Lionel McCoy.
Lionel, thank you. Lionel McCoy, yes. Who was arrested for drugs and possession and intent to sell and all that good stuff. But it was somebody that Foggy knew. And he's just like, well, I know the guy. Let's see what we got. Cop a plea deal. But the first thing that Lionel says is, you don't understand something here. I take a plea deal and I go to prison, I'm dead anyway.
Yep.
Now, for those types of people, that was really the first tie. Well, one of the first ties between Matt and Foggy to Kingpin. One of the first ties, not the first. The first is Kingpin killed Matt's father, but that's a whole another ball game.
Right.
Now, while that's happening, we see James Wesley again. So kudos to bringing him back for the flashback. But did you notice Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk? The suit he was wearing?
Yeah, he was wearing the black pinstripe suit.
Not just the black pinstripe, he was wearing the bodysuit. Because in this,
oh yeah, because he was
down.
bigger back then.
He's still big, but he's slimmed down for this season.
Right.
But he was
he was a lot bigger in the
much bigger. Much bigger. So here you got him sitting in a limo. Hey, he's got no neck. All you see is collar.
Right.
But I love that they did that. I love that they tied back to when he was younger.
That's good that they stayed true to the timeline,
Yes.
as far as, character. I mean, look at Foggy and Matt.
Oh yeah.
Look how young they look
Yeah.
in the flashbacks. I mean, they look 20 years younger.
Oh, at least.
I mean, Foggy looks like he just graduated freaking high school.
College. They were interns.
And Matt's not far in front of him.
No, definitely not.
He's got the old Bowser haircut going on.
Definitely not.
And yes, I just invoked Sha-na-na.
I was kind of hoping somebody else would,
Can you tell I'm old?
Yo, fart, get off of my lawn.
Not quite that old, but I'm getting close.
You are getting, I mean, the gray hair is there now, dude.
Oh,
yeah. Wasn't that way when we first started talking.
I got a white bunny on my chin.
Yay. Well, anyway, this kind of paints the picture of what exactly is going to be happening, not just here in the past, but also in the present. Okay.
The biggest thing for me, though, with this entire episode, especially with Foggy,
Yep.
because I know zip not a zilch about Foggy, other than he was very, very good friends with Karen and with Matt.
Yep.
And they were in a law firm together, and all of that stuff.
Well, not until season 2.
Well, yeah. But that's what I know.
Yes.
Is that, those things. And so I learned a lot about Foggy.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about his heart.
Okay.
What his character was. And everything, especially with everything that he did for McCoy.
Sure.
I mean, do you want me to give a synopsis?
Not yet.
Or no? Okay.
Not yet. Only because I was going to bring this up to you. Should we talk about the entire past stuff first and then the present stuff? Because I feel, and this is just me, maybe I'm wrong on this one, that if we talk about everything that's happening in the past,
Right.
one, that's half the episode.
Oh, yeah. At least.
Present day stuff, woo, that's the turning point of the episode. And again, the way they did this in the segments that they did, I mean, you were in the past longer than you were in the present.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one.
It would feel almost like a half hour more. I mean, the episode wasn't that long. That would make it like an hour and a half long episode. But
Right. And
you
this
definitely
was a good one. This was a good episode.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I think we could break it down that way and just do all of the past and do all the flashbacks and everything, and then do all the present day stuff.
Sounds like a plan. So let's just focus on the past, okay? So why don't you take over? about Foggy and Lionel, their backstory.
Right. Well, I mean, you got Matt and Foggy, like you said earlier, are interns at a law firm called Landman and Zach.
Yes.
And, they were saving up money for their first law firm, for their first legal practice and everything else. And they were sent down to represent somebody who'd been arrested for drug possession along with about 10 other things.
Oh, yeah.
And as you said, he told them straight out, look, there's no use in me making a deal because if I go, I'm dead. And that's all there is to it. Well, it turns out that Foggy actually used to play and grew up in the same building as Lionel McCoy and Lionel's brother, Connor. I think was his name.
Yes, Connor.
Yes, Connor. And him and Connor were best friends, and they'd sleep over. And Lionel actually mentioned something about, they'd sleep over with their sleeping bags and flashlights, and they had a good old time. So, basically, he says, "Screw you guys. I'll take my chances with a public attorney because, like I said, if I go to jail, I'm a dead man."
Yep.
Okay, no problem. We understand that.
Or I'm gonna die.
And then they get yelled at by their boss at Landman and Zach. It was one of those, all you had to do was go down there and get him to sign this paper, and you couldn't even do that. So therefore, you're going to spend your weekend going through a whole bunch of freaking paperwork. While they're going through the paperwork, they discover that on the warrant for Lionel, they had the wrong address.
Yeah, which is what was the term?
And they even said in there, it's a minor thing,
but all evidence.
It makes everything fruit of the poisonous tree.
Yep.
Because his address actually has, like, say, 501 and a half.
It's a half.
Such and such street. But on the warrant, it just says 501 such and such street.
Yep, which means wrong address, wrong evidence. Oh, well.
And Foggy and Matt actually get into an argument. Well,
would you consider it
a very,
an
very deep
argument,
discussion.
I was about to say, I don't think I would consider it an argument.
They get into a slight disagreement with each other on what they should do, because Matt's like, look, as dirty as the man is, he's been poisoning his neighborhood, and blah, 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 and all that good kind of stuff.
Yes.
And Matt's like, what happens to him happens to him. He has earned whatever he gets.
Yes.
And Foggy's like, but we can't do that.
Right. Because if you think about it, technically, and this is on a technicality, he's innocent.
Yep.
On a technicality.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, Matt is 100% right as well.
Yep. Completely.
He got caught. The evidence is there, but because
the poisonous tree,
somebody didn't dot the I and cross the T the right way. Yep. All evidence.
The next morning they sprung him.
Yeah. so they got him out.
He's out.
Now, what I liked about this, though, is while that's happening, Wesley is talking to Kingpin about that, but also Vanessa is at a gallery.
Now, this is before Wilson and Vanessa meet.
Yes, way before. So this is Wesley and Fisk talking in the limo about McCoy. Matt and Foggy are getting McCoy off. Vanessa is working for an art gallery that is trying to sell works of art, and she's even questioning her boss about the painting a rabbit in a snowstorm.
I can understand where her boss is coming from, because I mean, this is just a giant freaking canvas. I mean, the thing had to have been what, 10 foot by 6 foot?
Oh, it was a big one.
You know, I mean, the thing was huge. It was the size of a modern day flat screen.
But, and here's the thing, and this is what I love. This is how much they paid attention to detail from the first Netflix series.
Let me guess. This picture was hanging on his wall.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
It was hanging on the wall because it was the first piece of art that he bought from Vanessa. So he's in the process of taking care of McCoy with Wesley. And even Wesley's like, okay, well, McCoy got off. We got to do something about this. And even Fisk is like, who do you know? Who do you know?
Yeah, because I mean, what one of the things that they're talking about is how to diversify their income streams.
Yes.
And a nice way of putting it is, you know, how to launder their money.
I think he mentioned Bitcoin.
Cryptocurrency. Yep. They talked about that, and then Wesley's like, well, you know, I know something that might work a little better.
Yes.
Suggests the art gallery.
Yes.
And, you know, Fisk isn't too crazy about it.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, he's got every right to not be crazy about it. But if you think about it, it's currency. Crypto and Bitcoin are currency. So, you know, why not look into at least some of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, they still have to deal with McCoy.
Right.
Because McCoy knows things.
And at this point, McCoy's out of jail. He's back home. It's probably the same night or the evening of the day that they sprung him.
Yeah, I would say it was all like in the same day.
Yeah. And he's sitting there and there's a knock on his door. And I loved his reaction because he knows they're after him.
Hello, who is it?
So he stands up and he pulls out a gun and he points it at the door and he says, come in.
I got a gun pointed at your head.
And the door opens and it's Foggy.
I mean, listen.
I mean,
I can understand
Foggy
McCoy
understandably almost shits his pants.
True, but I can understand McCoy wanting to be very
yeah, because he knows they're after him. And Foggy does too.
Yeah.
So and what Foggy has done is, without telling Matt, he's gathered the $1,700 that they had saved up.
Yeah.
Towards their firm. And he goes and he gives it to Lionel.
Yeah.
And he gives it to him and he says, look, take this money, disappear, and start over.
Yeah.
This is enough money for you to be able to start over and not do the stupid shit that you're doing now. You've got a second chance. Take advantage of it.
Yep. Take advantage. Go up with your family. Be with
And that's when they kind of start talking about the sentimental stuff and everything like that. And finally, Lionel's like, okay, look, fuck, you got to go, man. Get out of here. I could never pick up exactly what his nickname for Foggy was.
Oh,
was it Dog or something? Dog Boy or something? I never.
No. It was, what did he call him? Crap.
Final nickname for Foggy.
Trying to remember who it was.
Fembot.
Yeah.
Fembot.
Fembot.
So he called him Fembot was his nickname back then.
Yeah. Which, you know, obviously is a callback to Austin Powers and the Fembot.
Right. Well, and a really derogatory thing to be called. Nakia didn't catch it either.
It's true.
But he tells him, look, you know, you got to go. You need to leave.
Get out.
And then we flash back to...
Well, wait. Before you do that, before we do that, Wesley tells Fisk that, you know, hey.
Well, that's why I said we jump back to Fisk.
He's out of custody. I know a guy that can handle the situation.
Right.
And Wesley makes the call and he meets up with Buck Cashman. You know, the same Buck Cashman, who's such a nice guy, isn't he?
Oh, he's a wonderful guy. Wonderful.
We'll get into that. Very
And he
loyal.
looks like the scumbag with the way that he's dressed and everything.
Well, you got to remember,
when they meet him,
this is
or
a
when
flashback.
Wesley meets him.
Yeah, it's a flashback. And he had just gotten out of the military. And he was one of those people that were guns for hire, straight out of the military.
He was actually in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, which, if anybody knows any history about Helmand Province, it is not a very friendly base.
No.
And a lot of bad shit went down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Lady Death says, I'm so in love with that guy, Buck. LOL. Isn't he such a nice guy?
He's such a sweetheart.
You know what?
He
You know
would
what the
literally
weird part
kill
is?
for you if he liked you.
Here's the weird.
Ah.
The weird part about this is he really is. The character of Buck Cashman is phenomenal. He really is. The actor is phenomenal in the role too, and he's very loyal, very straightforward. Has absolutely no problem giving an opinion, and will do what he needs to do if it's necessary, including but not limited to with what Fisk has told him to do on countless occasions.
Yep.
Now he gets hired by Wesley to go after McCoy. By the way, take him out. Take him out.
Yep. So he shows up at McCoy's apartment.
And he's
tries to do the delivery man.
Yeah.
Little ruse to get him to answer the door.
Delivery man.
And as soon as, I would say probably as soon as he heard knock, knock, delivery man, Lionel, a.k.a. McCoy, jumped up and ran out his bedroom window.
Oh, absolutely. He was already gone.
And took the F off.
And rightfully so, too.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the other thing that we didn't mention is that Matt actually followed Foggy to the apartment.
Try to forget about that part.
And even Foggy was apologizing to Matt for using all the money that they had already saved up. And he's like, you did the right thing. I'm not going to get mad at you for that. You're also my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
But
so, trivia question for you.
Yeah.
What was the original name of the law firm?
For
as they were talking about it in this time frame before it actually was put together. What was the original order of the names?
In Daredevil, in the first seasons of Daredevil on Netflix?
In this episode.
So in this episode, they were toying with Murdoch and Nelson. Correct. However, it has always been Nelson and Murdoch. When Karen Page came on, it was Nelson, Murdoch, and Page.
Right. Well, and you made my point for me. Is at the end of this, after Murdoch confronted Foggy, as they're walking down the street to go to Josie's bar, Matt goes, want to run something by you. What do you think about Nelson and Murdoch?
Mm-hmm.
And Foggy's like, oh, I like that.
It's got a good ring to it, especially since he's the one paying for it now.
Right. And you owe me like the next 50 rounds of drinks.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay? Well, while that's all happening, though, now, mind you, this is all in the past. All in the past.
Yes.
Vanessa, who's preparing this art gallery, takes the painting that she was already told no and puts it right out front.
Yeah. The painting stays where it is.
Yeah. But she said, no. Someone is going to buy this.
Put it right up front, right in the main window. One of the first things you see as you walk in the door.
It was great. It was great. Now, while that's also happening, Wesley is telling Fisk, we're going to go here because you need to. So Wesley is trying to actually set Fisk up with Vanessa. if you think about it.
Yep.
And it works. It works because while they're there, obviously they're parked. Fisk notices her and they go in. And they go in, and Wesley even says that, just for the record, I tried to get you a private showing, but this was the best that I could do.
Right. I do want to say hi to our good friend Carol, who is hiding back in the corner tonight, but she is here with us. Great to have you along, Carol.
Don't be ashamed to say hi.
And it's funny, it's revealed later on in the episode, but it is kind of part of a memory.
Yes.
But it turns out that Fisk ended up paying like 3 times the asking price for the painting. But he actually makes the statement, I would have paid any amount.
He would have.
For that painting.
Now, the only reason why we're doing the past first is because of this scene that's coming up. Now, we're in the present. With the present, there's a lot of things happening, and very quickly.
Yes.
Number 1, we have Daredevil and Bullseye on the run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Real quick, I want, before you dig into this too far, I want to say one thing.
Yes.
You would think, because a lot of times flashbacks will slow down an episode, or it'll give it a little bit of pacing problems and that kind of thing. Not with this episode. No. They orchestrated this episode beautifully.
No, definitely. I agree with you 100%. 100%. And that's good example. I'm going to use Lost. Remember Lost?
Mm-hmm.
Lost, you were all over the place to begin with, but they either showed the past and the present being on the island, or the past or after the island in the future, and vice versa, right? But you could always tell when there was going to be a flashback coming, because with the flashbacks in Lost, you had whatever happened during the present time on the island. But then there was always that static shot of a close-up of somebody that just finished their dialogue. And then you had that music build-up, like in the background, that like rumble-type background music. And then it would cut to the past by doing a flash.
Kind of like the old Bill and Ted.
That's Wayne's World, sir. Get it right. Sort of, though. Sort of. But you would have that they would be staring off into, like, on an angle.
1,000-mile stare.
Yeah, the 1,000-mile stare. That's a good analogy. I like that one. 1,000-mile stare. And then you would just hear that music rumble, and then that flash, and then you're in the past. Okay? This didn't happen here, and I like that they chose not to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because you saw everything. It wasn't a dissolve. It wasn't a wipe. It was just a cut. Boom.
Yeah.
We're going back to the past. Catch up. Be with us, because otherwise you're going to be lost. So
no star wipe, no angular cuts, just a
no
nice
gradient, no gradient zooms, nothing along those lines. Okay. Instead, we start off with the ramifications of Bullseye and the Kingpin breaking that paperweight and a piece getting lodged into Vanessa's head. And they bring her to Metro General Hospital. We see Vanessa and Fisk walking on a beach. We see them just walking on a beach.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was very weird. It was like very hey, all right, Fisk. Yeah.
You go, boy.
Way to go, man. But at the same time, you knew it was all in her head. This was her life flashing before her eyes type of thing. Okay?
Right.
Blake is handling phone calls left and right because the press are like, what happened? Is she alive? Is she dead? And he's doing his job. He's doing his job.
Yeah.
And even Blake himself said nothing gets leaked to the press. Not a word. Fisk orders Powell, intensify your search. I want them alive. Do whatever it takes.
And he told Powell like 3 times. The last thing he said to Powell is Powell was leaving.
Alive. Yep.
See, I wonder why that would be.
Oh, I know why.
Well, I do too.
I know why.
I may be a redneck, but I'm not that stupid.
Daredevil and Bullseye get away. And even Bullseye's like, she's dying, man. She's dead. She's losing blood. He is all like, I did my job. I did that one good thing. I needed to take her out.
I was going to say, he thinks he's finally balanced the scales.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. However, Matt's all, no, you didn't. Okay? And Bullseye's like, just let me die, man. Just let me die. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing for me now. Let me die. It's my penance for killing your best friend. And he even said Foggy.
Yeah. Matt almost killed him right there. Don't say his name. Keep his name out your effing mouth.
Oh, man. I thought he was going to throw him through a wall when he did that.
He wanted to. But, you know, it's funny because Bullseye brought up a good point.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, you know, you tried to kill me. You threw me off a roof. You tried to kill me, and now you're trying to save me. Do you need, like, some mental help, or what's going on here?
Well, he even mentioned that when he fell off that building. That should have killed him.
Oh, he didn't fall.
Well, I mean, he did.
Let's be clear here. He did not fall. He got thrown.
Which, again, the throw is not what hurts. The fall is not what hurts. It's that
the
sudden
launch
stop.
and the flight are rather enjoyable.
It's the stop that hurts.
It's the sudden deceleration.
Yes.
That hurts.
But again, that should have killed him. That was a 4-story building. That should have killed him. And it didn't. It didn't. Now, BB Urich, she's trying to do her press thing. She's going to Daniel, who's her best friend. I need to know what's going on. Did she live? Is she alive? Help me out. I know but she also apologized to him for doing her job.
Well, to his credit, Blake resisted her feminine wiles.
Yes.
For a bit, and actually kind of got on her about it. Like, you know, come on now.
Yes.
How messed up is this? And that's what she apologized for. And I understand, but Blake, she's going to say anything she needs to say to get you to give the information that she's trying to get.
Lady Death, Blake is a doofus.
He is, and he's young, and he thinks with the other head more than the one on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you know, and everything. And, you know, he ended up telling her that she was alive, but she's in extremely critical condition.
Yes.
And she leaves.
She does. She did her job, though. She got the information that she wanted.
Yep.
Now.
That she did.
In between all of this and in between all the flashbacks, we're seeing Vanessa go through surgery. They take her out of the room. They prep her. They do what they need to do in order to get the glass out of her head. We also see more dream sequences of on the beach with Fisk or by herself.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to those.
No, there wasn't a lot to it. Which was good because you didn't want to harp on that. you know?
Yeah, the episode was cloudy enough with the time changes and everything else in it. I think that would have made it worse.
Yes.
I think that would have killed the timing of the episode, really.
Oh, without a doubt. Now, at the same time, all of a sudden on the news, it's been leaked that Vanessa Fisk is in critical condition in the hospital and what hospital she is in. And
She's
the press,
in front of the hospital.
press keeps getting up to the floor that they're on, and they keep getting kicked out. And Cashman, good old Buck, again, Buck is such a nice guy. He really is. He looks after his people. He really does. You know, he's a good guy to have by your side, especially when he came in to help Blake kick out one of the other press members that was on the floor that snuck through security and got on there and started asking questions. And he's like, either...
I mean, just to put it very nicely, he told him to fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know you didn't want to say it, so I said it for you.
Yeah. And that's okay. But, you know, even Blake's like, thanks, man. Thanks for helping me, dude. Like, seriously, it was phenomenal. And Buck's like, I could use a hot dog. You want to go for a hot dog?
I love that. As soon as Buck said that, I was like, oh boy.
The first thing I thought of was, oh, Blake's not surviving this episode.
Yep. Blake's done for.
He is not only done for, but boy, is it going to be brutal when it happens.
And that opinion gets worse as the episode goes on.
Oh my gosh, it drags. It just one thing after another. And
they dragged us out, but it was beautiful.
I thought in the end, Buck and Blake are actually going to Albany. Blake's driving, by the way. Buck's sitting in the passenger seat. Yep. And Buck is telling him about his special air service and what it was like for him and the type of person he was.
That's where the Helmand province comes
now, the special air service, when it comes down to it, there are 3 people in the Marvel Universe that have been a part of this. Obviously, Buck Cashman is one of them. Another person, Lance Hunter, very important when time is, ready, okay? Because he was also an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And the most important is Peggy Carter.
Remember that name from What If?
Not just What If.
Well, that's the first one I thought of.
Captain America.
Captain America, yeah.
That, after all, she's his best gal.
Yeah. So, for those of you who may not know, the Special Air Service, also known as the SAS,
yep,
is an elite special forces unit of the British Army, renowned for expertise in covert surveillance, counterterrorism, and high-stakes operations formed back in World War II.
Also known as they helped take out Hydra a few times. Okay.
And that too.
They have a very good, what's the word I'm looking for? A very good rapport with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Rapport with S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
So anyway, we're on the road to Albany with Buck and Blake.
And boy, is he is being such a nice guy. So much so that Blake is freaking the freaking hell out. They are like, whoa, okay. This is gonna be like even for me, I'm like, oh, I don't know if he's gonna make the drive to Albany.
Well, especially after they stopped at the hardware store.
Yes. Not just a hardware store, it was a gas station too.
And he comes walking out with a shovel and a battery-powered reciprocating saw.
Yeah. I think there was a what was it? Wasn't bags. He didn't have bags. Gasoline. Was there gasoline too? I think there was gasoline too.
I didn't see gasoline.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I just remember the shovel and the...
Yeah.
Because those are the only things you saw
But
far
he
as
didn't hide
tools
it.
when they opened the trunk.
Yeah, but he didn't hide it. He didn't hide the shovel or the saw. Even Lady Death, Blake had to have peed himself.
I went the other end, but yeah.
He was wearing his brown pants.
His brown undies. And she also says it was just the saw and shovel.
But my favorite part of this whole scene, and again, this was all broken up, but this whole scene, it got Blake to just pour out everything from, I don't know who brought out the leak. I don't know who it was. It wasn't me. I would never do something like that. This isn't me. Buck knows it.
Yeah, I'll just disappear. You'll never hear or see anything from me ever again.
Yeah. And even Buck is like,
oh, just kept a straight face.
that wasn't even on Buck's mind. Buck had no idea until he entered that hospital. But he begs him for mercy.
He word vomited, according to Nakia.
And Buck's just like, would you do anything for Fisk? Are you loyal? And Blake's like, yeah, I'd do anything. And he opens up the trunk.
The trunk.
And Christophe Sava's body is in the trunk. And he goes, you want the saw or the shovel?
Right. It would have been funny as hell if Blake just would have passed out right there, just fell down.
It would have been great. It would have been.
You could use a little bit of a comedic element in this episode, and that would have been perfect.
Yeah. Now,
that would have been the perfect part.
I also understand why. But.
Okay, Nakia has a question.
Okay, what's the question?
She says, back up. What the hell was in the trunk?
Christophe Sava, the
second mate from the ship,
the Northern Star. It was his body because he had killed him. He'd killed him in the previous episode.
She thought it was BB.
Oh, she thought it was BB? Nope, it wasn't BB.
Nope, not BB. Not yet.
She is alive and well. She was already away from the hospital when that news broke. Now, while that's all happening up in Albany area, Deadpool and Bullseye make it to Clinton Church.
Deadpool?
Daredevil, sorry. I like them both. You know?
You pulled a JT.
I did. I will absolutely admit it. But Daredevil and Bullseye make it to Clinton Church, and they meet up with the priest, and he's like, I can only hide you for so long. I can't, force people to stay out. I can probably run some interference, but that's about it. And it just so happens that Agent Powell and North and all the other AVTF agents show up. And they go to break down the door, and the priest is like, before you enter, you can't bring guns in here. Like, that's going to stop them.
Well, I like what the guy said. He's like, well, the rules have changed, Father.
Yeah, rules have changed. When that scene happened, Christy is watching it. She goes, yeah, like that's going to stop them. You're a priest.
But he's got to do his priestly duties.
Yes, he did.
And bring those points out. So it's good that they were technically driven on that.
Yes. Now, the other thing is, as the AVTF break into the church and they're starting to search, they're not finding them. But the entire conversation between Daredevil and Bullseye is, you need to leave me. Go.
Yep.
Get out.
There's no need for both
behind.
of us to die.
I'm ready to die. I will take this as my punishment. This is it. I'm done. And Matt leaves.
Yeah. Surprised me when he did.
I kind of saw it coming, though. I really did. I saw it coming just because of the way Matt is.
Yeah. Well, and I considered that too. And I was kind of back and forth about it. And ultimately, Matt vindicates himself.
Yeah.
But he did leave.
He did.
And if he hadn't have gone back when he did,
yes,
they would have found Bullseye.
Absolutely. And that's when Daredevil went back, got him, and left before they even broke into the room that they were hiding in, which was a good thing. Now, granted, there was blood on the floor, but
yeah, didn't have time to clean it up.
yeah, didn't have time to exactly go, give me a rag. Nope, wasn't going to happen.
Where's the mop bucket and the mop?
But he did get him to Knickerbocker Village, where Karen is and where Punisher used to be.
His old office.
I don't think it's his old office. I think they're just using it right now.
No, it's his old office.
No.
I think it is.
I don't think he actually left. I think he left everything else behind so they could use it while he's off.
But it's
doing
still
Spider-Man.
his old office.
Yeah. Now,
or his old hideout, I should say.
I can't remember. Didn't Matt say something to Karen like, "I'll explain later" or something like that?
I could use some help.
Oh yeah, just I could use some now. Yeah.
And Karen's just looking at him like, "Are you an idiot?"
Yeah. She was pretty shocked, to say the least.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, let's face it.
I mean, she stood there. She was hitting the heavy bag when they came in, and she stood there, and she never dropped her hands.
No, she was ready to kick it down.
She was in so much shock that he brought him there that she's just like, the hands just never moved.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Like, really?
You douche.
Right.
Now that the excitement is done, and I say that with a smile on my face.
Now that all the running around is done.
Excitement. We had a mix of emotions between the past and the present.
Yep.
And everything in between. But now we finally get to see the after effects of the surgery that Vanessa went through.
Yep.
And the surgery worked. They saved her. She finally woke up.
Never left. He sat in that room.
Oh, he was.
I don't think he even went to the bathroom.
That is his everything. Vanessa is his everything. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you live, if you're a good guy, a bad guy, a vigilante, a superhero, it doesn't matter. Vanessa is the love of his life, the one who saw him for who he was, and
still loved him
for it. Okay? Now, to Fisk's delight, he got to spend time with his wife. What do you need? Anything. I will get it for you. Devoted husband. Okay?
What'd she ask for?
Before that, you could see he's getting a little agitated.
Well,
and Vanessa's
rightfully
like,
so.
Vanessa's like, calm down. I'm here. Grabs his hand, calms him down.
Mm-hmm.
And then she asks for what was it? Coconut? Was it coconut?
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice. That's what I'm like. Was it coconut milk or pineapple juice? I couldn't remember which one it was. But he even
pineapple juice,
said,
which
you don't like that. It makes your lips tingly.
let's give it a shot anyway.
But I want to try it.
Let's give it a second chance.
And then they start talking about the first time they met. The first time that he pulled up to the art gallery and the painting. And Vanessa says it was the grand design of the two of them meeting each other, falling in love.
And I will say, in this exchange, you hear Wilson Fisk laugh.
Yes.
But it's not his normal laugh. I have never heard this Wilson Fisk laugh the way he did in that hospital room.
And that was more of a, this is my wife.
It was a true laugh. It was a laugh of enjoyment.
It was excitement.
Yep.
It was
relief.
It was a like a laughter of love.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
And then
it was a true laugh of happiness.
Yes.
I mean, the love of his life had survived. She was going to be okay.
Yep. Everything was great. Everything was great. And they got to spend a good amount of time together.
Yeah. I will say this. As soon as she asked for the pineapple juice and Wilson said, but you don't like pineapple juice, I'm like, oh boy.
Because it makes your lips tingly.
She's got some kind of amnesia.
Right. I thought of that too.
Piece of glass went in far enough that it might have punctured a memory lobe or something, or something happened to her memory.
Yep. Until she starts repeating what they had just talked about.
She asked him to tell her a story for a second time.
Yep. Tell me a story. I just did.
Of how they met.
Tell me the story of how we met. And then she basically goes into shock, starts twitching. Her condition gets worse. Doctors and nurses come running in. Fisk is all emotional. He's getting to that point of, I'm going to hurt somebody. Help her. Save her.
Amazingly enough, he controls himself.
He does. He does control himself very...
For now.
Well, that's the thing, because let me tell you, we know Fisk's temper. We know what it can do. We saw what happened in season 1 to the former police chief.
Well, and that was something that Vanessa noticed, because when the nurse came in...
Yep.
When he asked for the pineapple juice, the nurse came in. She's like, "Oh, she's awake. I've got to do medical stuff." And he's like, "No. Go get the juice." And she's like, "Why was she scared of you?"
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yep. Well, because he acts differently in front of her.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's why I say that, something happened with the glass that caused memory loss for her, because otherwise, why would she ask that kind of question? Yeah. Why else would she ask for pineapple juice that she doesn't like?
Right. Until...
so there's those little things that were happening that are making me go,
Until...
something's off here.
She flatlines. Not only does she flatline, but that makes Wilson cry out in pain, heartbreak.
It was truly a very, very sad moment, even with the kind of people that they were, or that they are. It was an extremely sad moment.
But it was done very well.
Oh, yeah. Like the only thing that they did that made me go, come on, people, was when they went to shock her and put it on her.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, come on, guys,
You gotta open up the scrubs first.
Right.
You gotta open that up first. Come on.
Remove the garment. Has to be bare skin.
Yep, that was funny.
But
I'm not gonna
yeah, I
lie.
mean, it was the end scene for that
Oh,
was amazing. I mean, it's 2 episodes in a row where you've heard a primal scream
yeah.
coming from Wilson Fisk as it cuts to black.
Now, this is one, the end of the episode. Two,
Yes.
proves the redneck was right.
Ugh.
And three is a full summary of what Lady Death posted on Facebook of her status when it came to this episode.
It's about to hit the fan.
Oh, and boy, you have no idea how true.
And I have to say, I saw that, and I still hadn't watched the episode yet when I saw that, and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, and if she's saying something like that, you know,
Yeah,
it's gonna be massive.
especially when it comes out of Nikaya's mouth. That is for sure.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, I believe odds are me, right?
Nope, odds are me.
Odds are you.
Yes, sir.
What do you rate this week's turning point episode of Daredevil Born Again Season 2?
I'll tell you, I'm gonna break my breakdown into flashbacks and modern day, just like we did before.
All right.
I love the flashbacks. Like I said, you really got to see who Foggy was and what Foggy was all about with everything that he did for McCoy.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to see the beginnings of the relationship between Murdoch and Foggy.
Yep.
And everything, and without the Karen influence on it and everything, and you know the humble beginnings of what turned into Nelson, Murdoch, and Paige and everything. You got to see how things started with Vanessa and Wilson, how things started with Buck, with being associated with Wilson, and all that stuff. So a lot of good history was shown in this episode. And like I said, the nice thing was that it didn't hurt the pacing of the episode.
No, it didn't.
You know, when we first started out and we're in the hospital and it looks like it's going to be a Fisk and Vanessa episode and everything, I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a slow episode. Was not in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Did not feel like a 50+ minute episode.
Yeah, no.
Go into the modern day stuff. I mean, the Bullseye and Murdoch running, trying to get away from the AVTF, showing the timeline of how things went with Vanessa. You know, they showed her surgery at the beginning, and he talking to the doctor, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. Just everything put together as one episode. And it is one of the best flashback episodes I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without a doubt, and that includes movies, that includes TV shows, and everything in between. Flashbacks parts by itself, I would only give a 3.
All right.
To be honest with you, it was right down the middle of the road, in my opinion. When you add in the modern day with it, though, I'm sitting at a 4.25.
Woohoo.
4.25, even though Vanessa died.
Oh.
Even though she died, it's still at a 4.25.
Okay. All right. I get you. And while I'm doing my answer, Lady Death, what about you? We want to know what you think. As for me, I'm not as low as you,
Okay.
but I'm not as high as a 5.
Okay.
Okay. I am personally sitting at a 4.5.
Okay.
Only because, not just everything that you mentioned, but the added fact that they went back in detail and took information from the first 3 seasons of Daredevil on Netflix and
Mhm.
combined it all. This is technically season 5 of Daredevil.
Right.
Holy shit. Okay.
And I imagine if I would have had that history
Yep.
and that knowledge, I probably would have been a little higher as well.
Uh-huh. Now, what probably would have pushed me over the limit was if we saw more of Fisk's reaction after Vanessa died. However,
Yeah.
tomorrow night's episode is going to be freaking massive.
That's what I'm waiting for, is how the first 5-10 minutes of episode 6 are going to be.
It's one of those things like, how many days is it going to be from her death? Or is it going to be right away? Like,
Right.
all hell breaking loose.
Right.
Because, my God, the revenge that Fisk is going to get.
Well, the man has nothing stopping him from being on a murderous rampage.
No, nothing. The only
Whereas
thing that's
before,
getting in his
Vanessa
way,
would be able to hold him back a little bit.
the only thing that would get in his way is the governor. And even then, she's going to want nothing to do with him. Nothing to do.
Right.
What does Lady Death say here?
I need an actual score from her, but she says the following.
Yeah.
I want to give it a 5.
Okay.
But I feel like I shouldn't for some reason. But it really does deserve a very solid 5 for so many reasons.
Oh, without a doubt.
The foggy depth, the Buck background, the Blake mind screw, the primal rage from Fisk at the end with the flat line. It went by fast. It did not drag in the least. The flashbacks didn't mess up the show like some do. I could not even pause it to step away for a minute to grab a drink. I absolutely loved it. Okay, so she is giving it a solid 5.
Okay. All right.
Well, and the reason I didn't know, Nikai, is because you said you want to give it a solid 5.
And you also said that it deserves a solid 5. So
Yeah, she didn't say I'm giving it a solid 5.
So it is.
So there you go. So that's the first 5 that Nikai has ever given.
It's the first 5 of the season.
No.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. No, you weren't at a 5 yet. You were at like a 4.9.
I was a 4.9. Yeah.
So we haven't gotten. That's our first 5 of the season.
Yep.
First 5 of the season, which is a good thing.
Good stuff.
It's a very good thing. That, my friends, is the end of Avenger Pretenders for this week. Join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the Sully Show live. We got a good show prep already set. At least I hope. I made room so Lady Death could update it.
Yep, she did.
Just letting you know. Just in case, because I did that today. I was working on it. And after Avenger Pretenders is done, JT and I will be bringing back 2 Ewoks in the Park right away for Maul, Shadow Lord. Actually, I don't even think we could do that yet because I think the Punisher.
We got that single episode offshoot.
We got the Punisher right after this. So we've got one more special episode after Daredevil with the Punisher. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to link between Daredevil and Spider-Man. So, Spider-Man comes out in July, by the way. It's going to be awesome. Just saying. Just putting it out there. It's going to be great. And it's going to tie to a whole bunch of other things going on in the MCU, which is a whole nother ballgame, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Because, yeah, it's going to be a part of the show. It's not on show prep, but it's going to be a part of the show. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, folks. And, of course, we'll see you next Monday for the next Avenger Pretenders. We'll be going over episode 6 of Daredevil Born Again. For JT, there he is. He's the redneck. Look at that. He's not dying this week, which is good. I am Sully the Geek. And as always, Thanos was right.